Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Will, and in this video I have another pre-owned anime figure haul for you guys. Pretty excited about this one. I got 4 figures in from Yahoo Japan auction, one of them being my first quarter scale Freeing Bunny figure, and I got another Grail figure off of MyFigureCollection. So pretty excited about that one as well. But yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Now the first figure that we have here is going to be from Yahoo Japan auction, and I got a really good bargain. It's going to be Rin Tohsaka. This is the 1/7 scale from Alter, where she is wearing the Archer uniform. And this thing is just super cute. Now, I only paid $55 for this before shipping. And the reason is because the seller was classifying this as junk. So they pointed out one, quote unquote defect here, and that's with her left boot. The metal piece at the bottom was actually falling off. And I was thinking to myself, that's a simple fix. I could easily get some super glue, put that thing back on, it'll be as good as new. And even without the super glue, you can just, attach the metal part to her boot temporarily, and then when you put her on the base, it's not even an issue. So not a very big deal for me. I was very excited to get this, but when I actually got in and started expecting it, there were some other little flaws, particularly around her stomach area. There's a little bit of discoloration there, plus a little bit of paint transfer on her stomach. It looks like some of the black paint from her bikini bottom got up on her actual abdomen. But even this isn't really a big deal, because at the end of the day, this little, I'm not sure what you would call it, skirt or sash coming off of her waist completely covers up that discoloration. And then, you really had to have it really close to your face to even see any of the other discoloration on the middle of her stomach. So very small problems in my opinion. And then finally, there is a little bit of a, smear or streak on the back of her head that you can see under certain lighting. For $60, I think this was a complete steal. This is it's not my favorite Rin Tohsaka. It's probably my second favorite. The first being the Good Smile figure that came out a while ago from the movie. That's the one that I really want to get, and what I would consider a Grail figure. This one kind of sits right below it, but yeah, this figure here, it's just a super cute pose. The weapons in her hands look great. She's blushing a little bit, and I love it. I absolutely love this figure, and I'm so happy that I got it, and particularly only got it for, under 60 bucks. Now, staying with the Fate series, I had to get another Saber figure. So this is my third Saber figure in 3 videos, but this one is Saber Rider from Hobby Japan. It's a 1/7 scale. I'm sure you guys have seen this figure, but this is definitely one I had to have in my collection. I'm not sure if I would quite call it a Grail figure, but it was pretty high up on my list. It's just remarkable. Just looking at her face, perfectly done, hair nicely done. The tiara on top of her head does look looks a little boring. I feel like they could have done a little bit more in terms of the detailing there, but not a huge complaint. Her dress, the design is absolutely amazing. I wish it had a little bit more texture to it, including with the shine, but very small complaint. The stockings, the heels that she have on, all very nice looking. But the main selling point was the jacket for me. It just adds a little bit of attitude to her, and it just goes so well with her pose. So definitely loving the jacket. It was a pretty big selling point for me when it came to this figure. The weapons, the rifle, the sword, very nicely painted and shaded. It's very precise. There is no spillover of that red anywhere in the painting, so very well done there. And the other little small complaint that I have here is going to be how big the base is. The base is absolutely monstrous, but I don't think they could have made it much smaller considering how big the figure is and her stance. So I'll live with it. It's going to take up a lot of space in my detolf if I decide to put it in there. But overall, I definitely love this figure. Now, I believe it was either my first or second video on this channel how I talked about buying a fake version of this. I got it for pretty cheap, and I wanted to see what the difference would be between the real one and the fake one. So I do have the fake one sitting in my living room. I haven't even unboxed it yet, so I'm gonna do a separate video comparing the two, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll link it up here in the cards if you wanna check it out whenever I decide to make that video. And the next figure that we have here is going to be Megumi Kato from How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. This is the 1/7 scale from Good Smile Company, swimsuit version as you can see, and I absolutely love this figure. In my last video, I actually unboxed the Uchiha from this set. I definitely love that one, Uchiha being my favorite character, but this Megumi is very well done. just looking at her face, she looks super cute, looks just like she does in the anime. The one very small complaint that I have with this figure is going to be her hair. I kind of wish it didn't have that purple tint to the tips of her hair. I just wish it was kind of like it was in anime. Just straight brown would have been fine with me, but it's a very small complaint. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. And then looking at the actual body sculpt here, perfectly done. The amount of detail in this is amazing. When you look at her abdomen, you can really make out the definition in her muscles and whatnot, and it's very, very well done. Especially with her back, you can just see her muscles. It's so very, very detailed. I definitely love this figure from Good Smile Company. And you know what? The towel, I thought it was going to be a pain in the butt to actually attach to her hands, but super simple, very easy to do. Now looking at the base itself, it's not just the fact that it's textured, but just the way it actually looks. Just looking at it, the painting and shading that they did here makes it look like real sand. I mean, it looks like people are just been walking over the sand. Where her knees go into the sand, it looks like there's actually pressure being applied to it. It's just very, very convincing, and I definitely love this detail they added to the base. So yeah, if you're a How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend and a Megumi fan, this is the figure you should definitely pick up. It's a 1/7 scale. I paid about $60 for this on Yahoo Auction, but I've seen it on AmiAmi for under $100 for like a B+ or A rated for the pre-owned. So it's definitely a really, really good deal for a 1/7 scale with this attention to detail. All right, so we come down to the last two figures, my first bunny figure and my Grail figure over here. And let's go and start with the bunny first. It's going to be Rias Gregory from High School DxD. As you can see, it's the bare leg version. And you know what? I really like this figure. And that's coming from someone who has been kind of anti-bunny, or someone who didn't really want to jump on that train of starting my bunny collection. But after seeing this, I may have had a change of heart. I may start buying a few more bunnies here and there. This is a really, really cute figure. I mean, first of all, just looking at her face, it looks just like her. Her hair is very well done. I love her, it's a very simple outfit, but it's very nicely done. I love the sheen of the actual outfit. One negative thing is the back of her head. It's pretty, I'll say prize figure-ish, maybe a little bit better quality. It's not rough or anything. It's very smooth, but not a lot of detail in the hair. But it's good enough, I guess, especially when you're considering you're really not going to be looking at the back of her head. So not a huge issue. And another issue that I had, my wife picked up on this immediately, are these heels. These are like old lady heels. I feel like they could have done way better. I want to know what they were thinking in Japan. They think these heels go with this outfit. They do not. They do not whatsoever. So that's another pretty big issue that I have with this figure. But ignoring that, just looking at her, she looks absolutely great. And you know what? I did not know the top came off of this figure until I accidentally pulled it off. I actually got an extra piece. There's a different style, I guess, for the top that came with the figure. And right then I was like, oh boy. And yep, it comes off. So I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna have it displayed that way, but nice to know. It's nice to know. So I definitely like this figure a lot. I actually won it off of Yahoo Auction in Japan for 140 bucks. So that's why I actually picked it up. I bid it on it. I didn't think I was going to even win, to be honest, because I thought that was so cheap. But I ended up winning, and here she is. So yeah, I'm a bunny collector now. I really wish it was Akino, because I am more team Akino than I am Rias, but her figure goes for like $300-400 easy. So maybe one day I'll pick it up. But yeah, I think I am going to start collecting more bunnies now that I have this in my collection. And the final figure that we have is going to be my Grail figure. And I have to be careful here because she's not actually attached to the base, but it's going to be Kiss Shot from Kizu Monogatari, the 12-year-old version. Yep, don't judge me on that one, guys, but this is Good Smile, 1/8 Company. And let me put this down. There'll be some B-roll for you guys. But being a huge Monogatari fan, I had to get this figure. I absolutely love Kizu Monogatari and all of the art styles from those movies. So when I saw that this figure existed, I absolutely had to get it. It just moved up to the top of my wish list. And when I saw it go on sale on MyFigureCollection for a pretty reasonable price, it was about $140, including the shipping, which, you know, it's expensive. I think when this figure first came out, it was like $60 or $80 or something like that. But in 2022, $140 for a 1/8 scale like this, to me, is definitely worth it. So I'm happy to pay that price, and I absolutely love this figure. So really looking at this figure, I absolutely love the pose and that body language, and her facial expression goes so well with it. And that is so Kiss Shot. If you've seen the movies, you can definitely feel that Kiss Shot energy coming from this. Just all the attitude that she has when she's, you know, this age. And it's just a lovely, lovely pose. Now you have her hair flowing down her back and just laying on the table. The hair doesn't really sit perfectly flat against the table, but really not a big issue with me. I do see that it may be a little discolored, a little faded actually, but I'm not gonna really lose sleep over that. It is a fairly old figure and it does still look pretty good. Now the setting itself, the table, the chair, the floor is supposed to be in a cafe in the movies. I think it's very well done. And you can see some of the tiles on the floor are completely black, and you have some of that are actually green. And that's just supposed to represent some shadows. You have like some moonlight coming into the window of the cafe. So some of the tiles are lit up, and the ones underneath the table here that are so black are not lit up. So I do like that, a little attention to detail as well. Now there is another Kiss Shot 12-year-old version coming out. I believe it's from Belfine. I do have that on pre-order. I think it releases like in February 2023. But now that I have this, I may end up canceling that figure. That figure looks nice. I definitely love the pose when she's doing that ballet. If you saw the movies, as soon as she turned into that 12-year-old version, she was doing some ballerina dances and whatnot. So I definitely love the pose. I'm not a huge fan of the face of that figure. It's not bad, but I definitely like this a lot more. So I may end up canceling that pre-order, and we'll have to see. And Belfine actually released an adult version of this Kiss Shot from Kizumonogatari back early in 2022. So I may go back and pick that up instead. So we'll see. But I'm definitely happy to have this in my collection. You see I have a Shinobu back here behind me. So I'm very, very happy to add another one to the collection. So let me know down in the comments which figure from this haul that you like the best. And more importantly, let me know which figures that you have recently bought or you have on pre-order that are coming out soon that you're really excited about. For me, I have a ton of pre-orders starting in October, and pretty much I'm not gonna have too many pre-owned figure haul videos like this left in me for the remaining of the year. It'll just be mostly new figures that are being released. Now, if you want to catch any of my older haul videos and see what I've been collecting so far, definitely check out some of the videos that are up on the screen right now. Be sure to smash that like button, easy way to support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.